If you're lying down, feel free to stay. We'll just give ourselves a minute to drop in and find ourselves here. Start noticing yourself in this space. If that sounds silly to you, let it wash over you. I feel like we walk around and move around all day, and sometimes our body is there and maybe our emotion is somewhere else, or our brain, our thinking is somewhere else. And so in yoga, we do our best to bring it all together, yoke all of the disparate parts of ourselves together as one. And so we start by just noticing where we're coming to our mat, how we're coming to our mat. What kind of day did we have? Where's our emotional field? Where's our thoughts? How does our body feel? Just notice, scan. And then start to bring your attention to your breath. And maybe a little fuller breath. So the belly gets full, the midsection gets full, all the way up to the collarbone. And then sip, sip, sip more air, and then let it go. 2 more just like that. And let it go. And another one, inhale. And exhale. However it is you get there, we're going to come to standing. So in the middle of our mat, feet are on the earth, hip distance apart, or maybe a little bit wider. But we just start with little arm swings, moving side to side. It's cold outside, so we want to warm up the body. Maybe if you're swinging here, the hips can get into the action, so now just go one way and the toe comes to the earth and then the other way. We see if we can match our breath. Then we come back kind of to center, nice and easy. We begin to make some circles with the hips. So right hip goes forward, so it's like a figure 8. Left hip goes back, left hip goes forward, right hip goes back. And we kind of just feel into those hips. Hands can be on the hips so you can actually feel them moving. Maybe we feel this all the way into our ankles and our toes. And we're still moving with our breath. So you guys get extra points for coming out on a cold night. Doing what you have to do to get here. Cleaning the car, warming ourselves, come back to center. And then go the opposite way. So left hip goes up, right hip goes back. Figure 8. If the side is harder, join the club. Yep. So just moving the hips, giving the hips some nice fluid, opening up. Maybe we feel it in our knees too. And then come on back to center. Feel free to do anything like side to side if that feels good to you, or forward and hips roll forward and roll back. Just opening up, bringing motion. I don't know if you all are sitting at your desk during the day, but this can be really nice to just gently bring some motion back to the back and the hips. And then feet are hip distance apart, or maybe a little wider. A little bit wider than hip distance. Knees are bent. We'll do this little, it's a Tai Chi move, and it's really about energy, but we're also opening up the body. So we inhale, hands come up overhead. Exhale, hands come through center. We push down, bending the knees. Inhale, hands out and wide, overhead. Exhale, hands through center. And keep going just like that. As if exhale, we're bringing in any energy, any light, and exhaling anything that's not that. offering ourselves an opportunity to really explore. Exhale. In Tai Chi, they do this 10 minutes. We won't do that, I promise. Inhale, your pace, your breath. Keep moving. Notice if you can feel yourself bringing in energy. Maybe letting anything go down to the earth that's no longer needed. And then your timing. Come back to center, hands at heart center. Close down the eyes if you can, and come back to center. Whatever that means to you. Then inhale, hands come up overhead. Exhale, dive through forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, push through the crown. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands come out and around overhead. Exhale, dive through forward fold. This time hands come down to the earth, step the right foot back and then the left, high plank or low plank. Come down to the earth, either high knees down or chaturanga. Inhale for cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look up and step the feet up, forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands come all the way out and around, overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time hands come down to the earth, step the right foot back and then the left, high plank or low plank. Come down to the earth, either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale for cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here, deep breath in. Let it go. Deep breath in. Let it go. Feel free to walk out your dog by bending one knee deeply and then the other. Mm-hmm. And then one more time. Let it go. Inhale. Step up to forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands come out and around overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the ground. Step your right foot back and left foot. High plank or low plank. Come down to the earth, either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale for cobra, upper facing dog. Exhale, forehead to the mat. This time comes back to child's pose. Little toes touch. Knees as wide as the mat. Forehead towards the earth, hips towards heels. Take this moment to notice if there's an intention for your practice that you already have that's come to you. I offer us a thought about exploring the emotions that we do have, letting that be okay. I think especially coming off the Thanksgiving holiday, maybe there's a lot, maybe we're supposed to feel grateful, we're supposed to like our family, supposed to a lot, fill in the blank. I offer that you don't have to do any of that. I invite you to explore your emotions, how you really feel about that, or about what happened today, or about yourself, or about your relationship. Like, just explore, let it be there. You're supposed to be happy, we're supposed to, if you're a yogi, you're supposed to be peaceful. Maybe we are, but maybe we are not. So this is your invitation to look, do kind of an inventory. Are you experiencing gratitude maybe out of Thanksgiving, or the cold weather, you love it, or the snow? Are we experiencing joy, maybe not, maybe grief, anger, uncertainty. Wherever you are, invite us to move together today and explore that emotion, that energy. And we'll do our best to bring ourselves back to who we know ourselves to be. At the center, our true selves. Your timing, come push back up into tabletop, hands on the shoulders, knees under hips. Make that exact. And we'll do some cat-cow, so drop the belly, lift the gaze on an inhale. Exhale, round the spine, push the mat away, crown drops. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. See if you can push into the heels of your hands and your heart forward. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. And exhale, round the spine. 2 more. Your timing, your breath, moving at your pace. Letting your breath lead the motion. And then coming back to tabletop, and this little tiny motion, I'm going to drop the heart, keeping the shoulders and the elbows straight and just where they are. We're going to drop the heart down towards the mat. It might be just a teeny tiny motion. And then inhale, round the back towards the sky and just lift the heart toward the back towards the sky. Yep, it's a little tiny motion. And then come back, the heart falls down towards the earth. And then inhale, the back goes up towards the sky. Hips stay where they are. And 2 more, exhale. Just loosening up the heart space, the shoulders, the back of the heart. Push back up. And exhale, drop the heart. And then come back to neutral spine. Right hand forward, left foot back. Reach through the fingertips, reach through the heel, navel to spines. Stay here. And then exhale, knee and elbow meet underneath. Inhale, back out. Exhale, underneath. Inhale, back out. Exhale, underneath. Inhale, back out. Hand comes to the earth, toe comes down to the earth. And then on an inhale, we're going to send the left toe around to the left side. As long as we don't hit the singing bowls, right? And then inhale back behind you. Come all the way to the side again. See if you can stay, instead of winging your hip out, keep your hip straight up and down. And then exhale, toe comes to the back. This is a core movement. Toe comes to the side. And then back, and then knee comes down. Ooh. Inhale, left hand goes forward, right foot goes back, stretch through the heel, stretch through the fingertips, navel to spine, working the core. Exhale, knee and elbow meet underneath. Inhale, back out. Exhale, underneath. Inhale, back out. Exhale, underneath. I think we got 1 more. Back out. And exhale, underneath. Hand comes to the earth, toe goes back to the ground. And then inhale, toe comes around to the side. Exhale to the back. Inhale to the side, using your core. Back to the back. Inhale to the side. And exhale, back to the back. Knee comes down to the earth, and then we walk our hands back towards the knees. Sitting on, so hero pose, sitting on our ankles if that's okay. If not, do something else. You can bring a block behind your knees. And then sitting straight up, little pranayama here. And you got the blood moving. So close down the eyes if you can. So that helps us turn our focus internal. And I encourage you to invite us all to look and see, how are we feeling? How are we doing? Do we ever ask ourselves that? 3 deeper breaths. We'll start by exhaling all our air. And then we'll breathe in 1/3 the bottom of the belly. And then breathe into the middle of the belly. We'll pause and then breathe in all the way to the collarbones. And hold. And now exhale. Everything out. 2 more just like that. Breathe into the low belly. Breathe into the mid belly. Breathe in all the way to the collarbone. See how much air you can sip, sip, sip in. And now let it go. Last one. Inhale low belly. Inhale mid belly. Inhale all the way up to the collarbones. Sip, sip, and let it go. And stay. Return breath to smooth in and out breathing. So as we explore and move together and breathe together today, no matter what our body is doing, what shape we're in, I invite us to notice if we can come back to where center is for us. This feeling right now. There is a very balancing breath. When you're timing, let's walk our hands up to the top of the mat, curl the back toes under, send the hips high to the sky, downward facing dog. Feel free to walk out the dog again by bending one knee deeply and then the other. Maybe going back and forth. And then you're timing, inhale, put your foot down. Right foot goes high to the sky, bend that knee, and send the knee up to the sky so foot comes behind you. See if you can bring weight to both hands so you're not rolling over on one hand, weight is equal on hands, foot is dropping behind you. Now maybe a big circle on the ceiling with the knee, opening up that hip, and then going the opposite way. And then straighten the leg behind you. On an exhale, step it through between your hands. Back foot comes down for warrior 1 foot. Inhale, hands come up overhead. Straighten out the hips. Straighten out the shoulders to the front of the mat. Inhale. Find the left wrist and the right hand. Stretch all the way up and then over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Switch out the hands. Stretch all the way up and then over to the left. Inhale, back to center, cactus the elbows, look up. Inhale, hands come up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center, and then we lead with the heart over the front knee. And stay. 1 breath here. And then inhale, come back all the way up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Back foot steps in just a little, setting up for pyramid. Straighten, 2 legs are straight. Staying right here, we again lean the heart over the toes of that front foot, right foot, right? Blocks might be useful here. And then hands can come down to shins, blocks, or maybe even the earth. Really, our goal is to reach our heart over our toes and then down, if down is available. Pyramid pose. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Yes. And then hands come to the earth, back toes come all the way up, standing splits. Crown falls to the earth, reach through that back heel. Maybe right hand comes to the ankle, maybe left. Reaching through the heart toward over the toes and reaching through the heel, that helps. See if you can play with that balance. Deep breath in, Deep breath out. And then we come out, left foot, toes come down to the earth, step the right foot back to meet left, high plank or low plank, come down to the earth, either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale for cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, forehead to the mat. And then push back through child's pose or plank, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, left foot goes high to the sky. Bend the knee and send the foot behind you. Weight on both hands. Now maybe a big circle on the ceiling with that knee. One way and then the other. Foot goes back out behind you. And exhale, step it through between your hands. Back foot comes down for warrior one foot. Inhale, hands come all the way up overhead. Straighten out the hips to the front of the mat. Straighten out the shoulders. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Find the right wrist in the left hand. Stretch all the way up to the sky and exhale over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Switch out the hands. Stretch up, up, up. And then over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Cactus the elbows, look up. Maybe there's a bend in that front knee. Inhale, hands come back overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. And now we're just reaching with the heart over the front knee. Yes. Keep reaching with that heart. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then we inhale back up to center. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Back foot comes in just a little. Setting up for pyramid. 2 straight legs. And then from here, we're going to hinge at the hips and really reach the heart over the front toes. And maybe we stay here, or hands can come to thighs, shin, maybe blocks, maybe the earth. Again, we're really working, reaching the heart over the toes, keeping weight in that back foot, and then maybe sinking down into the stretch. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Then hands come to the earth, back toes float up, standing splits. Reach for the heels. See if you can reach the heel high to the sky. Crown falls to the earth. Maybe one hand comes to the ankle, maybe 2. If you stretch through the heel and stretch through the heart, that's the trick. Play. Let yourself be vulnerable. Maybe we wobble. Maybe we can come back to center. Okay, we come out of this pose, back toes come down, left foot meets right, high plank or low plank. Come down to the earth, either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale for cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, forehead to the mat, and then push back to child's pose. Knees as wide as the mat, toes touch. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. We think of the things that we like about the friends and the family that we like. And we often acknowledge our friends and family for the people that they are for us. Wonder what it would be like if you could acknowledge yourself for who you are for yourself. I would venture to guess there's some of those same qualities that you like about others. Your time you curl your toes under, send your hips high to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, high to the sky. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, high to the sky. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, high to the sky. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Back foot comes down for warrior 2. Windmill the hands up. Woo. Beautiful. Check your stance first. Make sure you have a nice strong stance. And then hands come out and look for the bend in the front knee. See if you can roll this right hip under and send the left hip back. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Little flow. On an inhale, straighten the front leg. Hands come up overhead. Exhale, both hands cut through the middle. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, hands cut through the middle. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend and cut through. Last one, inhale, straighten. Bend and cut through. And inhale, come back to warrior two. Side angle pose. Right elbow to right knee. Open up to the teal wall. Hand goes high to the sky, then over towards the top of the mat. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, back to warrior two. Keep going. Reverse the warrior. Left hand down left leg. Right hand floats up to the sky and then towards the back of the mat. See if you can commit to that front knee bend. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, warrior two. Yeah, beautiful. Straighten that front knee. Hands come to heart center. Toes point to the long edge of the mat. Wide leg forward fold. Let your crown hang down towards the earth. Maybe shake your head yes, shake your head no. Let your neck release. And then your timing, hands come out to the sides. Using your strong core, lift your torso back up. Exhale, hands come to heart center, toes face the front edge of the mat, setting up for crescent lunge. Inhale, hands are high. Exhale, cactus the elbows, look up. Inhale, hands are high. Exhale, hands come to heart center, and then we push off the back toes for warrior three. So we're leaning the heart forward over the front knee, and maybe the back toes float up. Yep. And then hands can come out in front. So reaching your fingertips forward, reaching through the heel back, beautiful. Yes, like you're a letter T. And then we come out of this pose, bring the back toes down, hands frame the right foot, heel toe the right ankle behind the left wrist, lay the shin down for pigeon. Back knee comes down. Yep. And before we go down into fallen pigeon, see if you can lift your heart by either pressing into the earth and sending the heart forward, or maybe the hands come all the way to the knee, or maybe even up into cactus. So the heart is really towards the sky. And then exhale, come down to fallen pigeon. Find something to rest your forehead on, whether it's a block, your hands, the earth. Deep breath in, and let it go. What are you willing to let go of that's in the way of who you know yourself to be? Pure love, kindness, peace. You know, when I think about it, I think of my righteousness. Like I know how to do things. Nobody else does, of course. What could I let go of that might be in the way of the true center? One more breath here, deep breath in. Let it go. Your timing, bring your palms to the earth, pull your back toes under, send your right foot back, shake it out. What you gotta do, walk out the dog. Inhale, left leg goes high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, high to the sky. Left elbow. Inhale, high to the sky. Right elbow underneath. Inhale, high to the sky. And step it through. Back foot comes down for warrior 2 foot. Find your stance first. And let the arms come out. See if there's any more bend in that front knee. See if you can find cobra in your heart here. So sending the heart forward, shoulders up and back and down. And then our little flow. So we straighten the front leg, hands come up overhead. And then we cut through, bend the front knee, hands come through. Inhale, hands come up overhead. Exhale, cut through. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, cut through. And one last time. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Beautiful. Side angle pose, reaching all the way with left elbow, left knee. Right hand flies high to the sky and then over towards the top of the mat. Pressing that elbow into the knee, opening up to the side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Reverse the warrior. Right hand down right leg, left hand rises high to the sky, and then over to the back of the mat. See if you can commit to the bend in the front knee. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Straighten the front knee. Hands come to heart center. This time we send our hands high to the sky, star pose. Pressing the hips slightly forward, pressing the head slightly back. Lifting the heart towards the sky, finding the little bend in the back, bend behind the shoulder blades. Deep breath in, and now hands come down towards, reaching towards the sides of the wall. We lead with the heart, wide leg forward fold. Hands can come down in front of the face. Place the left hand right in front of your eyes. Keep the hips where they are and lift the right hand high to the sky. See if you can press into the left palm and open up the heart. Twisting a little bit, keeping the hips where they are. Exhale, right hand comes down. Inhale, left hand rises, hips stay where they are. Pressing into the right hand, can you open up the heart to the side wall? Deep breath in. Exhale. And then walking the hands towards the top of the mat, turning the toes as we go, setting up for crescent lunge. I think our left toes are forward, yes? Yes. Inhale, hands come up overhead, crescent lunge. Back toes are, back heels lifted, yep. Exhale, but practice the elbows, look up. Inhale, hands come up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center, and we lean the heart over the toes, and then maybe we push off with the toes for floating warrior 3. Yeah. And then hands can float out in front of you. Deep breath in. Looking for a number, like a letter T. Push through that back heel. Reach through those fingertips. And we come out of this pose. Hands come to the earth. Back toes come down, and then we heel toe the left ankle behind the right wrist, laying down the shin for pigeon on the left side. Yep. Inhale, heart rises high. Maybe we're here and we're just leaning the heart forward. Maybe we're here at the hands on the knees and the foot, or even here, hands at cactus. And then exhale. Bringing the forehead down towards the earth, maybe on hands or a block. Deep breath in. And let it go. Deep breath in. And let it go. Yoga is one of the ways we take care of our own self. How much peace, love are we willing to let in? One more breath here. Your time, you bring your palms to the earth, pull your back toes under, send your left leg back to the right, downward facing dog, shake out that left leg. Maybe walking out the dog. And then finding your downward facing dog with hips really high, so bending both knees, pushing into the hands, sending the hips really high. And then bringing the pinky edge toe side of the foot of the right foot to the earth. Now you can always bring this knee down as we send the left foot back, left hand rises, side plank. Beautiful, yep. See if you can get those hips high, deep breath in, heart's forward, head falls back. Exhale, hand comes down to the earth, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here, setting up for other side. If you liked your knee down on that side, you may try on the other side to keep your hips, knee up. Always the option to bring it down. Okay, left pinky edge side of the toe, foot goes down. Weight is on the left hand, right hand floats up. And always bring this knee down. Send the heart forward. Hand reaches to the sky, head reaches back, hips forward. Deep breath in. Exhale, hand comes down to the earth. And you can find child's pose, just 2 breaths. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then find your sitting bones on the earth. So maybe just send the legs around to the side. Staff pose. Legs are in front. Hands are by hips. Toes are pointing to the sky. And the hands are here by the hips, kind of to let the make sure the sitting bones are on the earth if you can feel them. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Now bring the navel to the spine if it popped out. Inhale, hands come up overhead. Exhale, heart goes down over toward the toes. Hands fall wherever they fall. Heart is leading towards the toes. Oh, beautiful. Nothing to force. As we stay here, maybe there's more space for the heart to slide forward. Then we walk our hands back. Staff pose. We take our right foot and put it over the left knee, like this. I'm doing it backwards, you guys. Don't. And then the foot is on the earth, finding the sitting bones on the earth again. Sitting straight up, shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale, hands come up overhead. Exhale, left hand comes to right knee. Right hand comes behind your hip. Seated twist. Yep. You can bring the elbow to the knee if that works for you. The key is sitting straight up instead of leaning back or forwards. You guys look good. Good job. Navel to spine, squeeze it, and look for any more twist. Using your strong arms. Chin looks over the back shoulder if that's available. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, stay. And then let an inhale, whatever your next inhale is, bring you back to center. Now you can do a nice easy counter twist by placing the left hand behind the hip and just rotating over. Or you can bring weight to this right foot and roll over on your hip. Weight on the left hand, hips come up, Xanadu. Yep. Beautiful. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Exhale, hips come back down to the earth. Uncross the legs. Finding staff pose again, shoulders up, back, and down. This time, as we walk our hands towards our toes, we can round our back. Much different stretch, but a good stretch, especially for the low back. So now we're not leaning with our heart forward. We're actually letting our back curl. Chin goes down, forehead towards the shins. Yes. Maybe you feel this in your low back. Maybe you still feel it in your legs. We stay. As we stay in this pose, maybe the body can find space a little bit more, a little bit more. Using our breath, bringing our breath to any sensation. Maybe the shoulder blades can melt down towards the earth on either side. Kind of like they're gonna fall down towards the elbows. And then your timing, begin to walk your hands back towards the hips. Opposite cross of the legs, so taking the left leg over the right knee, right. Finding sitting bones on the earth again. Sitting straight up, inhale, hands come up overhead, and then twisting. Right elbow finds left knee. Left hip, hand comes by left hip. Sitting straight up, like you're reaching through your crown. Beautiful, nice job, yogis. Navel to spine. Notice if there's any more twist available. Nothing to force. Chin looks over the back shoulder if that's available. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Stay. And then let an inhale untwist the twist. And stay, keep your legs crossed, and you can just nice, easy counter twist. Or bring weight to this left foot. Bring weight to the right hand and lift the hips. It's going to do. Left hand reaches high to the sky, trying to reach the hips up, 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 up. And then exhale, come down to the earth. Oh, shake out the legs. Setting up for boat. So the object of boat really is to find a balance right on the sitting bone. So you're not on your back and you're not on your booty. You're like somewhere in between. Now, you can do this in any number of ways. I like to bring my feet to the earth first. Yeah, do it. Yogi's choice. I like to bring my feet to the earth first and then hands to the thighs. Roll the pelvis towards the chin. If you notice it's a lot of leg, keep rolling that pelvis. Maybe you can straighten the legs. Maybe you can bring your hands away. But really the object is to use your core here. So keep practicing. Come back to with your hands on your legs if you find you're using the core. Beautiful. And then bring the feet to the earth. Legs straight out in front. Halfway in the middle of your mat, we're coming down to the earth. Hands come forward towards the toes. We're just going to come down to really slow, using your core. Roll the pelvis to the chin. Last person down wins. Really controlled. Come down to the earth. And when you reach the earth and your body is completely supported, notice the relief. When you don't have to hold your whole body up anymore in space. How often do we miss this piece and we just keep going to the next thing, the next thing, the next thing? I invite you to enjoy it. Because the next thing coming up, you might not. Feet come to the earth. Roll the pelvis to the chin so you can feel the back flatten out on the mat. And then let your pelvis roll back down. So now there's a little space between the mat and your low back. It's just a really little tiny motion. Now roll the pelvis to the spine so you can feel the back flattening on the mat. And then let the pelvis roll back down. One more time, roll the pelvis towards the chin, back is really flat on the earth, and now bring the knees up with the back like that. Keep the back flat on that earth like that. Rolling that pelvis towards the chin. Now straighten the right leg. Keep that back on the earth. Inhale, come it back. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Inhale, come back. You know what this is. So if you're a bicycle sit-up person, you can add the elbow. So straighten the right leg. Left elbow comes up. Opposite elbow, I should say. The key is keeping that back flat on the earth. Slow movements. We'll just do this another, 4 or 5 minutes. Just kidding. 3 more on each side. Good for your core. Good to build fire. When you've done 3, your feet can come down to the earth and find something that feels better. What would feel good right now? Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Bringing the feet wide as the mat and letting the knees touch together. Nice. Low back opener. One more breath here. And then heel toe the feet together so the soles of the feet meet and the knees fall out to the side. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Your timing, bring your hands to one hand to each knee and bring the knees back together. Feet are on the earth, hip distance apart, setting up for bridge. If you like a supported bridge, go ahead and have a block within reach. I'll cue supported bridge and I'll cue a deeper version too. So elbows are on the earth close to the body. Press your elbows into the mat and feel the weight between the shoulder blades. And then press into the feet and lift the hips towards the skies. Press the elbows into the earth so you really want to feel the weight between your shoulder blades. Come all the way up. Keep pressing into the feet. Head reaches back into the mat just gently. If you like a supported bridge, you're welcome to bring your block behind your back, right above the sitting bones. If you'd like a deeper version, you can roll one shoulder under and then the other. You can reach for hands behind you, clasping the hands behind your back, your hips, and then start to reach your knuckles down toward your heels. Still pressing the back of the head into the earth gently. If your glutes are clenched, see if you can unclench them. So you can just really be pushing weight into the heels without clenching the glutes. A little harder than it sounds, but you can do it. Deep breath in. Keep breathing. Open heart, open throat. What are you breathing into your heart? Then lifting the hips a little higher so you can bring your block out if you've got a supported bridge. Unclasping the hands, roll one shoulder out and then the other. And then start to roll the spine down one vertebrae at a time until the hips come last. Slow as you go. And as the hips reach the earth, notice that relief. Inhale, knees come in towards the heart, one hand behind each knee. Begin to bring the knees in towards the armpits. And then roll the tailbone down towards the earth. Both those things are going on. Feel free to stay right here, or you can reach down for the outside of the feet, happy baby or dead bug. Press the feet into the hands, still rolling the tailbone down towards the earth. Now bend one leg deeply and straighten the other. So you're pressing the elbow into the bent leg and straightening the other leg. Breathe. Inhale, switch. Straighten one leg, bend the other. So you're pressing your elbow into the bent leg. Stay. And then come back to center. And then notice if you can straighten both legs. You can always keep your hands on your knees if the feet aren't an option today. And then maybe rolling side to side, really massaging that low back, back body. And then your timing, knees come back to center. You can let the feet go. One hand behind each knee and bringing the cross of the ankles, and then chin comes towards the knees. And you really squeeze, see a little ball you can get. Inhale, and then exhale, let it go. And then inhale, right knee comes in towards the heart, just the right one, stretching through the left heel. Bring the right knee in as far as you can, deep breath in. And then on an exhale, send the right knee across body to the left, supine twist. Shoulders stay on the earth, chin turns opposite of the knee. Maybe the left hand comes on top of that right knee to gently encourage the twist. Maybe you bend the right elbow to still keep that right shoulder on the earth. Deep breath in, deep breath out. You can play with bringing the knee closer up to the heart or further away. Notice if that changes your stretch. One more breath in this shape. Let an inhale bring your knee back to center. Kind of straighten out your hips. The right leg become long on the earth. Inhale, left knee comes in towards the heart. Two hands behind the left knee. Keep bringing that left knee in towards the heart, stretching through the right heel. Breathe into it. And then on an exhale, let the left knee come cross-body supine twist. Shoulders stay on the earth. Chin turns opposite of the knee. Maybe the right hand is on top of this left knee to gently encourage the twist. Maybe the left elbow is bent to keep that left shoulder on the earth. You can play on this side with moving the knee closer to the heart or closer to the bottom of the mat. Notice what that does to your twist. Two more breaths here. And then let it inhale, bring the knee back to center, straighten out the hips. Let the left leg become long on the earth. A body scan to notice if there's any other shape that you'd like to take before final resting. Savasana. Feel free to take your favorite Savasana. As you find stillness, bring your attention back to your breath, making that exhale longer than the inhale. Relax your belly completely. Relax behind your eyes. Let your jaw go. Let a deeper breath find the bottom of your lungs. And let it go luxuriously, deliciously. And bring some little movements to your fingers and toes. Roll your head from side to side, letting the earth massage the back of your head. On an inhale, hands come up overhead, full body stretch. On an exhale, roll to the right or left, finding fetal position. Keeping our eyes closed or heavy if that's available. Staying here, feeling into your center, gratitude for yourself for coming to your mat, no matter the circumstance, right? The cold, the snow, whatever else. Feel free to leave anything on the mat that's no longer serving you. Leave it behind you like a little death. Savasana. In your timing, come to seated at the top of the mat, keeping your eyes closed or heavy, just for another couple seconds here together. Thank you for coming to your mat, for taking time to care for yourself, for your energy. You are beautiful, perfect souls, and you make a difference. Thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being willing to mind your energy, not only in service to you and your community, but I say for the universal energy. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for practicing. Be safe on the way home. To see you again.